perfectly.
I actually think there should always be some kind of in-game incentive, like other than like points or achievements.
All I just heard was, do you like getting achievements? And then he said, from beating boss battles without getting.
I'm sorry, there's no way in hell I'm going to waste time.
Remember when we had a conversation about how
exactly? I know where you're exactly going with this. This is great. Go ahead.
About how them no longer giving you in-game incentives because they don't have to. They could just give you achievement points, and that'd be the reward enough.
Yeah, but then them trying to sell that as DLC later instead of giving you those.
Yes.
Has to go in with it.
Isn't that why we don't like achievements?
That's why we don't like DLC, right?
And achievements, because it just gives them an easy way. So one of the big problems that people are having with Vanquish is that you can try to do all kinds of cool stuff, but you're not unlocking shit. You're getting achievements. A Shinji Mikami game.
Unlocking cool stuff. You mean
creator of Resident Evil, who fucking Resident Evil 4, God Hand, games that always had a shit ton of unlockables after you finish the game. In Vanquish, you just get Chivos now.
No, if you were to say we will completely get rid of achievements, and therefore DLC would be that kind of stuff would be put back into the game, fine, fuck achievements. I don't care. I really don't care about achievements.
My problem is just developers relying on achievements as incentive enough for like doing something challenging in a game. I don't think that should be. I mean, that's not a fucking reward. At least not for me. And I don't see how that's that much of a reward for anybody really, because it doesn't do anything. It doesn't mean anything. I don't care what it is. Give me a fucking outfit or something, but give me. I mean, this
also goes back and this is kind of good.
If I achieve something great, give me something tangible.
It makes me wonder why achievements were never achievement points were never used as like currency to buy like in-game stuff, like
anything. Let me. Some games do it right. They'll give you achievement points and they'll still like let you unlock something. Mm-hmm. But some games will literally just you do something challenging just for achievement points or trophies, and it's.
Yeah, and depending on what that is, you fuck it.
I mean, whether it's an in-game item you get or a weapon or like a different ending for doing something significant like that, like something that changes the game in some kind of
what if unlocking? So supposedly, like killing, like some of the stuff in Dead Rising,
Dead Rising is a pretty good example of. Let's try not to stick too much about this like achievement.
Let's just move on to the next question.
But as far as Dead Rising,
wrap up in the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, some of that stuff is pretty dumb.
Dan from Georgia, obnoxious.
Well, we didn't answer the kind of question, right? He's like, "Do you like one-hit boss fights for getting achievements?"
That was a strangely specific question.
Well, I think he's saying,
but I think the more interesting part of the question is, do you like
doing something for
doing something without getting any sort of reward for it,
or like in-game reward, like actually something that affect the game?
I always prefer to get something cool unlocked,
right? Besides Chivos,
yeah.
Like that's the thing. I won't go.
They're just medals.
I won't do this crazy ass thing just to get a Chivo. Like achievements are stuff that I like to pick. I like achievements when there's stuff that I pick up along the way just for finishing my game. It's like, beat all these chapters, you get a bunch of Chivos for each chapter or whatever.
Dan from Georgia, Obnoxious Relay in chat says, I have heard references to classics constantly in chat. Having not been in the gaming scene for very long, I was too young to have heard about or play these games. And even though I would like to, I make no plans to go back and try these games out because of the surplus of new games coming out, adding to the difficulty of going back and experiencing a classic game as if it recently came out. Which brings me to the question, is it possible for a current generation game to become a classic in the far future? If so, which ones would you like to see be referred to as such?
Yes.
They'll be classics. The thing is, it's just dependent, I think, on who you're talking to.
Yeah, it's all relative, I think.
The ones that are going to be considered the classics down the road are the ones that I think the younger people see as the best games of this generation. Because these are their games that they're going to have the nostalgia for, when like 10,
That's funny,
10,
though. Could you see somebody be like, dude, Halo 3 is a classic, and then we're like, but then it's Halo 3, so shouldn't you?
I think Halo 1 and 2
what does that
classics.
mean? I mean, there's nothing... Like, we think that, Super Metroid is better than Metroid, or Link to the Past is better than the original Zelda.
No, we're not saying better, we're saying a classic.
Or Mega Man 2 is better than Mega Man 1, or Castlevania... Super Castlevania 4 is better than Castlevania 1. I mean, there's plenty of sequels out there that are held with more reverence to the original.
No, we're not talking about reverence. We're talking
Super Mario Brothers 3.
We're just talking about specifically classic, right?
Yeah, but Super Mario Brothers 3, to my eyes, is a better classic, or World is a better classic than the original Super Mario Bros.
Okay.
Just because I think they're better games, and I think it's fine if a kid thinks that.
But I think
Halo 3 is the better Halo game. maybe that's the first game that they got online with.
But I could
or like
see,
Modern Warfare.
I could see some old ladies like, oh, Super Mario Brothers is a classic. I played that when I was a kid, and then didn't really like.
I'm saying 20 years down the line. Call
down the line.
Call of Duty.
What are you busting into your Asian like Tourette's?
Well, I was thinking of
down the Rhine.
I probably merged it with another word. Call of. Okay, next question.
That's fucking great.